Alright, and good afternoon, we're back. This is Antigonus Gaming with part 4 of Final Fantasy VII Remake, Chapter 3, Home Sweet Slum. We've got 2 side quests left to go. Both of them will involve us going back towards the entrance to the city. So we're going to go to this back alley street, which is nearby where we fought the Doom Rats at, and we're going to talk to a junk dealer who's got a little stand set up out here.
Hello! Oh, what do we have here? I'm guessing you're that merc I've heard so much about. You're not here to shop, are you? People were right. You look like you can handle yourself. So some drakes have made themselves at home in the abandoned Talagar factory. Can't have that kind of trouble around here. My regulars will do anything to get their hands on the scrap in there, and if they run into those drakes, they could get hurt.
I'll handle it.
Much obliged, sir. Head on over to the old Talagar factory and talk to Narjan. He's the watchman guarding the entrance. Good luck. I'm counting on you, my friend.
Oh, the junk dealer, I can buy stuff from him. The only thing I'm going to buy from him is an ether. The only other thing he sells is potions. They're at a really reduced rate, but I have plenty of them. He's wearing shorts, and he's got like a smock in front of him because he works with like a lot of grimy stuff in his shirt. And it looks like he's got some kind of shoes on. I can't really tell. The lighting's not great, and his hair is buzzed really short. So now we're gonna head back out to the main street. We're gonna run past Johnny's house. And we're gonna head back towards the plaza where we met those 2 Shinra guards, the one that was a new recruit, and then the other one who was like kind of a bitter, grizzled vet. But instead of talking to them, we're gonna turn left actually, and we're gonna walk over to this gate. Narjan is guarding the gate. He's just like a minor character. He's got a jacket and like a floppy hat and some pants and shoes, and he's holding a gun because he's guarding from monsters, trying to keep them from getting out to attack people. So we're gonna talk to him.
Factory's off limits. Drakes have been spotted inside. Huh? Wait a minute. Tifa? Don't tell me you're here to take care of those things. Are you? In that case, be my guest. We believe there's at least 2 groups lurking somewhere inside the factory. Find and cull them all.
So this quest is nuisance in the factory, so we're gonna head on in. It's what you'd expect out of an abandoned factory. Like, all the buildings are rusted over. There's holes in the ceiling and whatnot. Lots of fenced off areas. Things are falling apart. So we have to find 3 drakes and fight them. The enemies in the factory are the same ones that are in Scrap Boulevard, basically. They're gorgers. The only difference is that sometimes the gorgers will climb up on the walls of these buildings that we're in, and that means that I have to use magic to hit them. But this one spell will take it down. So you got Cloud and Tifa, bantering with each other, friendly, all like. So
Let's end this quick.
So let's see. We found one of the drakes, which is, a drake is just like a small dragon. It's got wings, a tail, whatnot. Once I fill up the gauge, I'll scan it. So
I got your number.
the lesser drake is a spell-weaving airborne lizard that lives in the slums. They usually are seen flying closer to the ground than their larger brethren. There's another type of great drake that we'll have to fight too. Hitting them with wind attacks makes them susceptible to staggering, while landing magic attacks on them will bring them to the ground for a short time. So let's see here.
It's on you.
up a good sweat.
Alright, so I finished one of Chadley's missions, so I should be able to get wind magic, actually. So I'll go do that after I do this one, because I don't really need the wind magic to take these drakes out. They're not that powerful. The stronger version of the drake that was mentioned in the scan report that I just read is actually the boss in the last quest in this set of quests. So,
No surprises there.
and it is weak to wind, so I'll grab the wind materia from Chadley. And that, so we took out one drake, now we've got two. I'll fight Tifa because she tends to be good airborne. Let's see, where's the other drake? Took one out. Oh, there it is. Hit it with a spell.
Worked up a good sweat.
Alright, so we're going to return to the scrap dealer, which actually is nice because it saves us some time because he's a lot closer to Chadley than the place where the quest takes place is, and we'll talk to him.
Got rid of those drakes in the factory, did ya? What a relief. I can't wait to give my regulars the good news. You're the real deal, all right. Keep it up, and I can see you going far as a merc in this town. I've worked with my fair share over the years, so believe me when I say that I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you're needed over at the Pillar. Apparently another flying bastard stirring up trouble. Bet you can't get enough of this, huh?
Well,
No, I get it. If you're good at something, might as well make it your living. May not know you. I know a man who's found his calling when I see one. Keep at it. I switch out my stock every so often, so drop by when you're in the neighborhood, huh?
Alright, we got 500 gil for completing this quest. So we're gonna go see Chadley because he will be able to get. I completed one of his intel missions. He's got 20 missions that you complete. Some of them are pretty easy. Some of them are a lot more difficult.
I have to tell you that I'm grateful for all of your help thus far.
So I completed Magic Elements #1, which is mission 2.
I've done it. I've developed a new materia.
So I can buy Wind, and he gives you the first one at a reduced
I
rate
look forward to receiving
and-
all of your future battle intel submissions.
of 100 gil, and then after that you have to pay a higher, more premium price. For the other ones. I'll give Cloud the wind materia for now, since the boss that I'm gonna fight is
So they blew up a reactor. Apparently it was done by
can't help but take a look.
is weak to wind, so now I'm gonna head back out to the plaza because the person who's gonna give me the next quest is actually a lady who's talking to who's actually talking to the two guards that we met, the one. So
Seriously?
I'm sorry, but it's outside our jurisdiction.
Tifa, you won't believe this. A cerulean drake flew in from the train graveyard, but these two clowns refused to get up their butts and do anything about it. Hey, is that? It is you, the new merc. Then maybe you can help us out. The drake is in the old telegraph factory over there. But to reach it, you'll need to get a hold of a watch security key. You should be able to find one inside one of the crates. I forget which. Just smash them all.
So the quest giver for this quest is Gwen. She's wearing a like a button-up jean shirt. She's got long pants and boots. She's got short black hair, and she's black. And
Recently, a rather aggressive.
yeah, one of the things about the world of Final Fantasy VII is that both the playable cast and the NPCs are really diverse. You know, a lot of JRPGs have a reputation of like all the characters look the same, and the world of Final Fantasy VII really, I feel like one of the reasons why it's so popular is that so much of the world feels like our world. Where like everybody in the real world doesn't really like look the same, and so it's like a diverse, vibrant world of people from that, you know, lots of different types of people all living together, which is the way our real world is. And you really see that in Final Fantasy VII, and that's not really something you get in a lot of other Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy XIII has a somewhat diverse world, but a lot of the other games, it's not really the case. So the world of just between like the modern aspect of like having like, you know, big corporate companies and more, you know, and stuff, and more like diverse population and things like that, the world of Final Fantasy VII feels a lot more like our world as opposed to a lot of other fantasy games where, you know, it really feels like something almost out of a children's book where everyone looks the same. It's like kings and queens and knights. It's just not the world of Final Fantasy VII. I feel like it's so popular because it's so similar to our own world, but not. You know, it's got all the fantasy and sci-fi elements, but it also feels like a world based off of our own world too. So I'm looking for a key card to get into the last part of the factory that I didn't get into before, and I just found it. So now we can go into this like back fenced-in area that's in the very back of the factory.
This won't take long.
We gotta kill a couple little regular enemies first. Get in there. They're guarding the entrance, but that won't be a big issue.
No shit. Take the lead.
Let me handle this. There. Gotcha. Fine. Gotcha. Bring it. Yeah. There's no.
See if Tifa's actually mastered her ability or not. Okay, I did it. I wasn't seeing. I missed whether she learned it or not. She did. So she's got dive kick now. I was using it over and over again to make sure she learned it, but she did. All right, so now we're in the back and we're facing the cerulean drake, which looks like the lesser drake, but it's bigger. It's like the color's cerulean. The wings are pink, whereas the other drakes are like a more brownish color.
Bring it. Good luck.
Hang back.
So it's weak to wind, so I'm going to use Arrow, the spell. Wind magic like ice tends to be hard to land because it's slow, and when it hits the enemy, it's got a delay, so it doesn't go off right away. But I was just able to hit the boss twice, so I just took it out.
Would kill for a shower.
So we're gonna go back to Gwen.
And there he is. I knew you were the right man for the job. There's no denying you're the real deal. Not like these idiots with their excuses. Rather have one of you than 20 of them.
They're just doing their jobs. Can't expect them to be at your beck and call.
What exactly is it you're trying to say, Merc?
You need people who can follow orders, too.
I see now. Heard you were ex-Shinra. Guess I shouldn't be surprised you'd go to bat for your old buddies. Me, I'm just looking out for my people. All there is to it. Hell with you. We can take care of this town ourselves. No more mercs or Shinra. We'll build up the watch and kick you all out.
Alright, she gave us a star bracer for our effort.
Then. That's another solid gate in the books. You know, the whole town is really impressed with what you've done. Keep it up, and you'll have enough work to keep you fed for a lifetime.
All thanks to you.
And don't you forget it.
So where do we get paid? The shop or something?
Yeah, but why don't we head back to the apartments first? Take a quick breather.
Which lesson was that again?
Lesson 1. Got it? Anyway, let's go.
Alright, so we're gonna head back to the apartment complex. So if you complete all 6 quests, which you don't have to do, you really only have to do 1 to advance the main story. You get this optional scene. When we get to the part where we're in Wall Market, the answer I'll give to Tifa in this scene will determine what dress she's gonna wear. I'm just gonna go with the default answer. First, we gotta check in with Marl.
Huh? Someone's back awful early. Not that I mind. Would you two be dears and swap your filters out for me? I left them in your rooms.
Sure thing.
Not so fast, you. Do me a favor. She needs a friend. A real friend.
We're already friends.
So when she talks, are you really listening? Thinking about her and her feelings? Or are you just going through the motions? Go on.
Alright, so first we're going to...
Let's take care of this real quick, okay?
Sure.
Come over when you're done.
Alright. So we're just... Cloud's putting the water filter in his sink. Now we're gonna head over to Tifa's apartment. So...
Give me 1 sec. I'll be done in a bit.
She's got a desk with some papers and and books on it. Her bed actually has like a pillow and some sheets. She's got a poster for a musical called Air. She's got a coat tree that has her purse hanging off of it, and a pair of boots, and she has a punching bag because Tifa is a martial artist, so she needs something to be able to practice on at home. In here, I'm going to talk to her now. She's putting her filter on.
Finally. So, after you left the village, I let you off the hook before, back at the hall, but not this time.
Well, when we were kids, everybody wanted to be a soldier, right?
Yeah, I remember they were on the news every day during the war.
Thing is, by the time I finally made it in, they didn't need heroes anymore. It was nothing like what we dreamt of. It was just working for Shinra. Just...
I'm sorry. I know it's a touchy subject.
Not exactly small talk. Especially with someone you haven't seen in a while.
I get it. Still, it's kind of funny. Us going our separate ways, thinking that must be it. That we'd never meet again. And then here, of all places, we do. You know what? We should totally celebrate. Let's dress up and hit the town.
Really?
I mean, why not? It'll be fun.
Do you even have fancy clothes?
Not like fancy, but I'll figure something out. What do you think would suit me, huh?
So she's asking what kind of dress she should wear. If you tell her something refined, her dress will be based off of her original dress design from the Wall Market part of the story from the original 7. If you tell her something sporty, she'll have like a Chinese-inspired martial artist kind of dress. If you tell her something exotic, she'll have like a Japanese-style dress. So I'm just going to tell her something refined so that that sticks more in line with the original story.
Something refined.
Yeah, I guess we're not kids anymore. Be sure to pick an outfit that goes with mine, okay?
Will do.
This is gonna be so much fun. You'll see.
Yeah. Maybe.
And on that happy note, I think it's time we head back to the bar. Come on.
You don't need a break?
Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. Moral isn't always right, you know.
It zoomed in on her face when she said Marl isn't always right. So we're gonna head back to 7th Heaven, but first we're gonna talk to Marl again.
We took care of the filters, so we're gonna head back to the bar now.
Take care, you two. Oh, you're looking pretty chipper.
I don't feel that different.
Must be my imagination, then. Anyway, keep your wits about you, Merc. A token of my appreciation. Be good to her.
So I got a Crescent Moon Charm from Marl. What this does is that when you get further into the game and you have all of your party members registered, if you equip it on party members that are not currently active, it'll increase the defense of your active party members. So like when you're towards the end of the game and you have like dungeons where you have where your party members are divided up in different parts of the dungeon and you're having to swap back and forth, if you put that on your other party members that are not your current members, it'll help the ones you're currently using. So it'll be useful later on, not that useful at the moment. So I'm gonna head into 7th Heaven now.
And here we are. You must be tired.
Same as you, I guess.
Could use a little something to take the edge off, right? How about a refreshing cocktail made by yours truly that you can sit back and savor?
Tifa.
Yeah, I'm feeling it a bit too. Hey, do you think you'll stick around a little longer?
Maybe. Work for a minute, build up some savings.
I see. So, what'll it be? Want to head back out for a little while?
So, if I say no, then that'll move me on to the story portion, which I'm going to do because I've already finished everything. So we're heading in.
We're back.
Did you have fun?
Lots of fun.
Hey, need y'all downstairs.
Right now? Then the plan is...
Marlene, wanna go wait for Jessie out front?
Okay.
Looks like we're officially on for tomorrow night then. Gotta go over the details with the others.
Before you do, about my pay.
You'll get your money. So sit down and shut up until we're finished. Double time, Tifa.
I'm really sorry, but it shouldn't take much longer. In the meantime... grab a seat. What'll it be?
Alright, so this is another opportunity where I can be nice or not. I can tell her I'm not in the mood, or I can say something hard. If she's going to make a drink, I'm going to say something hard, be nice.
I don't know. Something hard and bitter.
Well, most people would say something sweet right about now.
I'm sure they would.
Ah, But you're a more discerning customer, aren't you? In which case... our house special, the Cosmo Canyon.
Beautiful.
I gotta go. Enjoy. Hey, you see the news? The reactor bombing was the work of the eco-extremist group Avalanche. Public enemy #1. Gets your heart racing, doesn't it? They don't know our faces, so we're in the clear for now. But we'll want to capitalize on this momentum. Speaking of which, you coming on the next one?
For the right price.
Oh, you can bet I'll be pushing hard for a raise. Tifa will be joining us too, but I don't know. Even a blind man can see her heart's not in it. She was never on board with the bombings, so if it comes down to do or die, if I've got to put my life in someone else's hands, then I'd rather that someone was a professional, like you.
Could still kill some time.
You can tell that Cloud really struggles socially. You know, Tifa's trying to give him hints of how much she cares about him and is interested in him, and he's just like, you know, she's like literally asking him for a compliment, and he won't give her one. So, then Jessie comes in, and Cloud tells her, you know, hey, if you give me a raise, I'll come on your next mission. They're going for another bombing. I'm going up to the jukebox. The jukebox is to play your favorite tunes. You can add more songs to the jukebox by collecting music discs, which can be found in the field where their presence is marked by a music icon. So there's like 30-something songs, I think, but I only got 3. And then over here is a thing with the darts leaderboard, and you play a game of darts. It says the basic rules. They tell you how to play. You press X to throw. The smaller the target circle, the more accurate your throw will be. Make sure to throw the dart before the timer runs out. So, if I can break the Wedge's top score, then I'll get a materia from him. So I just got a bullseye there. Another bullseye. Another bullseye. So we're playing 301, so we need to. So the goal is to get. Oh wait, that's actually okay. Because I needed a 1. So I'm at 100 left. And I've got to use 6 darts. So if I get a bullseye here, I win, which I just did. So it shows Cloud throwing in slow motion for 50. Fist pump. 7 darts thrown. Points per round, 100.33. So I am now in first, ahead of Wedge at 8, Tifa at 9, Jessie also at 9. Johnny and Marl and Barrett all at 10, and then Finn, who's a character that they haven't revealed yet in either game, but Barrett's mentioned him a couple of times, and Biggs are at 12, and Nelly, who is another character that I guess is probably just someone who lives in town or whatever, is at 13.
So just chill a bit.
So now Cloud's like, oh, I'm just gonna chill, so I go back to the bar, just sit by my little drink here, because the other characters are in the basement. So I'm going to wait at the counter for Tifa. Tifa just pours a drink and then chugs the whole thing, so you can kind of tell she's not doing so good. And then she immediately pours herself another one. sits down.
I heard you're having second thoughts.
I know we have to think big if we're going to make a difference. But not like this. I feel trapped.
If it feels wrong, don't do it.
Guess that's that then.
What, they kick you out?
We agreed to disagree. So, you want another drink?
Tifa! Time to celebrate. Break out all the good stuff.
Oh, sure.
We won't be needing you for this next job. Feel free to look for work elsewhere.
Fine by me. That's how I like it. No contract, no obligation.
Figured you'd say that. Here, the rest of your payment, along with a little extra for your exemplary service. And thus concludes our business. Gonna have to ask you to leave now. This here's a private affair.
And just as it zooms out, you see one of the ghosts.
We talked it over, but in the end, we didn't want to put so much on you. This is our fight.
Jessie, what's the holdup?
Be right there. No hard feelings, huh?
It's fine.
Let's talk more after I'm done here, okay?
Really, it's fine.
Come on, Jessie, I'm dying here.
I'll catch you later. Sorry to keep you thirsty boys waiting.
So I'm gonna head on out of the bar now. Barrett's like, hey, we're planning our next operation. We didn't want to hire you back, so
What's up with them?
we're gonna see out here. There's a group of guys. They're all thugs. They're wearing jackets with dragons on the back. You know, some of them slicked back hair, some have caps.
Hey, brother. You from around the way?
I guess.
No big man with a big gun strapped to his right arm? Heard he set up shop somewhere in the neighborhood.
That depends.
Clever. Smell an opportunity to make some scratch, do you?
500.
200.
3.
Whatever, man. Let's find somewhere quiet to talk. Walk with me. Got something to say? You looking at me?
These guys are thugs from Wall Market, part of a criminal organization.
Move.
Look at all these assholes staring at us.
This shithole's got nothing on Walmart. Am I right? Word of advice, Blondie. Don't piss off my friend here. You'll be real sorry.
Unless you got some kind of death wish, then be my guest.
They're listed as hoodlum. That's
After
their
you,
name.
brother. Don't worry. I ain't the backstabbing type. Most days. Spill it. You know where the bastard's hiding, don't you?
I told you before. That depends.
Oh yeah? You wasted my time.
Shinra's time, you mean?
Shinra knows better than to stick its nose in my boss's business.
Like I give a shit.
So I gotta take out all 4 of these guys. I'm gonna scan them real quick. So it shows a man wearing clothes decorated with gaudy dragon emblem. He appears to be looking for something in the Sector 7 slums with his cohorts. So once their HP gets low enough, I can no longer stagger them. They're human enemies, so they're weak to fire. So one fire spell will take almost all of their health out. Though they can use potions to heal themselves.
Big man with a big gun for an arm, right?
Hey,
Why do you want it?
have to run following orders, you know? Nobody tells me shit. Let me walk away. Please.
They figured Cloud would be easy, and once they realized who he was, how strong he was, they're like, just let me go, let me go. And he didn't, just like the Shinra soldiers to Johnny, Cloud's not killing these guys, he's just knocking them out.
So if they weren't Shinra, then not my problem. Lesson 1 for life on the ground floor. Get some rest.
Now we're gonna head back and go rest at our apartment because Barrett did not hire us for his next mission up on the plate. And so... And Jessie's outside our apartment.
Welcome home, honey. Took your sweet time. Psych. Are you gonna let me in so we can talk in private? Guess I'll get right to the point then.
Huh. What have you got there?
An apology for not getting you on the mission. Or not. What do you think it is?
A proposition.
Nailed it in one. Gonna have to ask you to keep all this a secret from the others, though. It's a personal matter. Something I need to sort out tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight. You and me, together. I want you to come with me to the Sector 7 plate. I'll give you the details on the way.
That's fine by me, but don't you have a pretty big day ahead of you?
I do, but if I don't deal with this now, it's only gonna get harder. Anyway, I can count on you, can't I? A down payment.
He just gave me Ifrit materia. Summoning materia is red. So, summoning materia grants you the ability to call a powerful ally to your party's aid. A single summoning materia can be set to a weapon's materia slot. When facing a formidable enemy in battle, the entity slumbering within the set materia may begin to stir, and the summon gauge will appear. So
we'll be back before morning, in case you were planning on traveling light.
You know, you can
Make
use
sure
these.
you've got everything you need before we leave.
You can.
Wait here.
So, all right. So I'm gonna equip that real quick, and then that'll conclude chapter 3. Because once I talk to Jessie, it'll move on to chapter 4. So thank you for watching. I know this section was, about 10 minutes longer, 10-15 minutes longer than I would have hoped, but this is the conclusion of chapter 3, Home Sweet Slum, and the next time we pick up, we will be doing chapter 4. So I hope you have been enjoying the presentation so far, and thank you so much for all of your time watching my playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake, as always.